For the biggest prize in women's professional wrestling, the First Lady of Hardcore, Lufisto, takes on Tessa Blanchard for the NWA Women's World Championship.
And Lufisto has fought and clawed her entire career for every break and every opportunity she has ever been given. But tonight is the biggest stage of her lengthy career.
If anybody deserves this moment, it's Lufisto. Lufisto, setting the women's division on fire in Revolt Pro Wrestling, has yet to taste defeat and hopes to continue her winning ways by claiming the NWA Women's Championship here tonight against Tessa Blanchard.
And there's no doubt, nobody can doubt the tenacity or the ferocity of this woman in between those ropes, clawing for everything she has ever received. And by contrast, we are about to see the in-ring debut of Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard making it a condition of signing with the NWA that she be granted this opportunity and refusing to appear before she received it.
Rumors flying around that she only got this spot because of her name value and what that man behind her means to the NWA.
There is no doubt about that. At only 24 years of age, she is one of the hottest prospects in women's wrestling, but she knows it and she uses that. This woman very much lacking in respect for the industry or for any of her opponents.
I mean, there's no harm in having a bit of confidence, but her confidence just seems to be nothing more than straight up arrogance.
But could that arrogance take her to the gold? We are about to find out. And look out now!
Lufisto straight out the blocks with a pop-up Samoan drop, letting Tessa Blanchard know she will not be overcome that easily.
And now Lufisto wrestling circles around Tessa Blanchard. Blanchard able to slip out behind with the hammerlock. Oh, and the cheap shot. Oh, and I would expect nothing less from Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa would want to be very careful here though. She would not want to wake the beast that Lufisto has inside of her.
And look out now!
Around the world, DDT. Lufisto, no stranger to deathmatch wrestling, has a very hardcore style when she wants to bring it out.
And the resilience of Lufisto. Oh! Springboard cross body, wiping out Tessa Blanchard. Tessa's still too fresh. Tessa Blanchard, of course, refusing to appear before receiving this opportunity, is entirely fresh.
And in contrast, Lufisto going through practically the whole Revolt women's locker room. She defeated the likes of Sue Young, Chelsea Green, Veda Scott. The list just goes on.
Oh! And outside of that, Lufisto staying active for nigh on 20 years. Scooping Tessa out of that corner.
True pioneer of women's professional wrestling. Paved the way for all these youngsters like Tessa Blanchard.
Oh!
DVD.
Running into it. And Tessa Blanchard aware now that she is in a fight.
German suplex with the release.
Tully Blanchard shouting on encouragement from the outside. And Lufisto goes for the cover. Tessa kicks out at 2. But she cannot take many more hits like that.
Tessa on the outside now, conferring with Tully. With Lufisto following her out.
No, let's be fair here. She was hiding behind Daddy. Because that is all Tessa Blanchard knows how to do. Look at this. Oh! Tessa Blanchard potentially having never been tested by a wrestler the caliber of Lufisto before. Lufisto now teaching Tessa Blanchard why discipline and respect are so important in this sport. Oh! Lufisto, the heavy shots. Tessa Blanchard falling to the outside of the ring.
She definitely doesn't want to be on the outside with Lufisto. Lufisto all too comfortable fighting on the outside of the ring.
Oh! Lufisto becoming very, very well acquainted with the ring post here. Tessa Blanchard dropping her across that barrier.
Tessa displaying
Lufisto back to her
hardcore streak.
But Lufisto well able to take it. Back on her feet and back in the ring. And look out now! Oh!
Reverse DDT.
Series of knees to the small of the back leading into that. Tessa Blanchard just adding that sadistic edge. And now just working that back of Lufisto. Oh!
Oh! Right tongue backstabber.
And it is well established that the vast majority of veterans in this industry suffer from nigh on constant back pain. Tessa Blanchard very much trying to take advantage of that here.
Yeah, and due to Lufisto's hardcore style, she is no stranger to injuries.
Tessa just taking a break. Look out now. Driving the knees!
Meteora.
From the middle rope, driving the head of Lufisto into the mat.
And using that leg strength to try and crush and cave in the skull of Lufisto. Lufisto able to roll her off.
Shots from Tessa. Chop after chop.
Lufisto absorbing a fair amount of damage.
Able to dump Tessa over that top rope, and once again we are on the outside here. Pop up Samoan drop on the outside. And the Tennessee crowd firmly in the corner of Lufisto here.
What a statement it would be though, Jay, if Tessa Blanchard could just waltz in here and take that NWA Women's Championship.
No doubt, winning the World Championship in your debut is a dream of every professional athlete. But in her way is a wily veteran who knows that this may be her only opportunity at this championship. Oh! What the hell does Tessa have in mind here?
What is Tessa doing? She knows if she uses those ring steps, she'll be disqualified.
They have had something in mind. Lufisto!
Oh!
Taking it in her own direction here. And again, Tessa tried to take it to the outside, and Lufisto got the better of her. She may need to rethink this tactic here, but look out!
Oh, and again sends Lufisto into those steel ring steps.
Catches her with that octopus stretch.
It's on the outside though, Jay.
This is not about gaining the victory. But look out! Lufisto able to turn it and transition it into a side slam.
Oh, and now sends Tessa into the steel steps, much to the delight of all the fans in attendance here at the FedEx Stadium.
Oh, Tessa catches her as she approached with a forearm to the jaw.
Well, Lufisto looks rocked. What's Tessa looking for?
She is looking for an advantage, and she is looking for a shortcut, because that is all Tessa Blanchard can do.
Lufisto just gets back in the ring and paintbrushes Tessa.
Boom!
And Tessa eats that steel chair that she herself brought to the ring.
Tessa Blanchard looking for the shortcut and may have paid for it right there. Could that be all she wrote?
She's certainly in trouble here.
Oh, rolling the shoulder right at the last second. Tessa Blanchard getting desperate. And look out! Big slam from Lufisto, laying out Tessa Blanchard. And that is all she wrote. Lufisto has done it. She has finally climbed to the top of the mountain.
The number one woman in the world now is the First Lady of Hardcore, Lufisto.
And she has been looked down upon. She has been denigrated her entire career. But nobody can ever take away this moment when Lufisto became the NWA Women's World Champion. And it is time for our main event of the evening. And this is for the big one. The 10 pounds of gold are on the line as Jon Moxley faces off against Samoa Joe for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
But first we see the NWA committee make its way to the ring. We saw Jim Cornette there. There's the enforcer, Aaron Anderson.
Jim Cornette, the NWA commissioner. Aaron Anderson, the representative from the NWA for Revolt Pro Wrestling.
And here's his counterpart, the Dragon Ricky Steamboat, LAW's NWA representative.
Here comes the vice president of the NWA, the hardcore icon, Terry Funk.
The former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion himself. And there's the president of it all.
NWA President Sting reverently carries the NWA World Heavyweight Championship to the ring, and that is what we're all here for.
Just think about the history that he holds in his hands right there, Jay. The lineage associated with that title.
Undoubtedly.
Next to make his way to the ring, the purveyor of violence, Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley finding himself in this matchup off the back of his number one contenders match this past Monday night on Revolt Pro Wrestling against the Ring General Walter.
There's no doubt that Jon Moxley has had something of an unorthodox career. A wrestler like Jon Moxley possibly should never have found his way to the heights that Moxley has found himself at. None bigger than tonight.
He's fought and clawed and climbed his way to the top of the pile, and his reward could very well be that 10 pounds of gold.
Jon Moxley resents being called a garbage wrestler. Tonight, we will see what he has when he takes on this man. The Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe vowing at the inception of Los Angeles wrestling that he would choke out every single man who stood in the ring with him until he was granted the opportunity at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Samoa Joe delivered on that promise, choking out everyone from the ultra-talented Jacob Fatu to EC3 to Jeff Cobb. Samoa Joe also promised that tonight he would become the NWA World Champion. So far, Samoa Joe has been a man of his word. Will that continue tonight? Samoa Joe, just north of 20 years in the industry. He has done it all everywhere. But this World Championship, the real World's Heavyweight Championship, has always eluded him.
And that's the belt. The real World Championship.
The referee calls for the bell and our main event is underway.
Joe comes straight out, striking. Moxley giving up no ground though, comes flying back with that crossbody and a flurry of lefts and right. Round and pound on Samoa Joe.
And there we see the unstable stylings of Jon Moxley. Samoa Joe kicking out of one, the richest prize in the game on the line.
Oh!
This one will be contested in under 2 out of 3 falls rules. The first man to pick up 2 victories will be the new NWA World Champion. Joe, with the shoulder and a sunset flip, rolls up Mox.
Jon Moxley in trouble.
Joe, patented senton. Driving that 280-pound frame down across the abdomen of Jon Moxley. Looking to drive the air out of the lungs, and then the flurry of strikes.
Snap suplex, floats over into the cover, drives the forearm into the face.
Only good for a 1 count.
Oh!
Moxley with the float over, never planting his feet back on the ground, using all of that momentum to spike the head of Samoa Joe into the mat. Now Mox takes firm control here.
Top wrist lock has Joe on his knees, but Joe fighting back up to his vertical base. Oh, European uppercut. Moxley rolling to the outside, trying to gather himself.
Look out!
Look at Joe!
Samoa Joe flying through the air.
Like a Boeing 747 crashing into Moxley on the outside.
Moxley catches the leg. Oh! And a vicious exploder suplex. Samoa Joe completely missing the mats, coming down hard on the pitch here.
And coming face to face with that ring post.
Jon Moxley asserts control here in the early goings of our World's Championship match. Go! Using that ring barrier to his advantage. Once
Back
again,
into the ring post.
Jon Moxley resents being called a garbage wrestler. But he is well versed in the ways of hardcore. Oh! And now Joe launching Mox into that post.
Mox grabbing the leg and follows it up with a lariat. Joe spinning back fist.
This one returns to the ring. Joe looked to come up from behind.
Northern lariat. And dishes out one of his own. Fireman's carry getting the big man up on the shoulders.
Joe with the elbows getting himself free here. Now it's Samoa Joe with the exploder suplex. Throwing away Jon Moxley. Sending him now to the corner. Throwing the back elbow. Insecure combo.
man of his size should not be carrying off maneuvers like that. Great athleticism by Samoa Joe. Now he's locked in that dragon sleeper.
Has it in deep. But Mox able to get those knees up to the forehead of Samoa Joe. Oh! Samoa Joe scooping up Jon Moxley and just dropping him while kicking him across the shoulders and the back of his head. But Mox shakes it off.
Joe beating Mox now back into the corner, picks him up, perches him precariously on the top turnbuckle.
Getting those chops. And now catches him. Samoa Joe has him up. Muscle buster.
And Jon Moxley finds himself in danger of losing the first fall here. That's exactly what happened.
Jon Moxley now not observing the 30-second rest period, looking to get right back in this.
Samoa Joe finds himself one step closer to claiming the 10 pounds of gold.
But he is being assailed by Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley kicking it into another gear, furious at how this one has gone so far. Allowed himself to be caught with that muscle buster. Oh.
Joe out the back door, hits that neck breaker.
If Moxley does not focus, he could be in danger of losing all of this here.
Joe has him up.
Oh. Joe looked like he had dire intentions, wasn't able to hold him. The lower back of Samoa Joe seems to be bothering him.
Some discomfort there.
Oh. Moxley sending him into the barrier.
Right in front of our cameraman, and what a great shot we have, fans.
Oh! The spinning back fist. Now Joe scooping him up, and look out! Oh! Samoa Joe with the Yosaka cutter, dropping Jon Moxley off to the side onto those ring steps. Referee has his count up to 11 here. So what's Joe now?
Joe's thinking. Thank God he decides against it. Moxley pulls him off the ring apron.
The lady realizing that Mox was back to his feet. Look out now! Samoa Joe throwing the purveyor of violence into that ring barrier back first.
5 seconds in the center of the ring now with both men back inside those ropes. Moxley,
Samoa Joe maybe ahead in numbers.
Oh, eats a forearm, reverses the momentum, comes flying out with that lariat, goes into the cover. And now with Samoa Joe finds himself in danger of losing a fall, but able to roll the shoulder at the last moment.
Samoa Joe ahead in the numbers, but it is not looking good for him here. Mox catches him. Could it be? Yes!
Oh!
Connects with the Death Rider. Could that even things up here? Yes, it does. One fall apiece, and now it is anybody's match.
And once again, that 30-second rest period not being observed by either man, and the referee happy to let this one continue. I have to wonder, is fatigue going to be an issue for Samoa Joe? This has to be his longest match yet.
Samoa Joe usually putting his opponents to sleep by now, but Moxley seems to have found the answer.
Fans in attendance certainly getting their money's worth here tonight. Since the kickoff of the show, the action has not let up.
So this is world class. The very best of the very best here tonight.
We have already seen 5 new NWA champions crowned, and we will see a 6th. The next 4 will finish this.
Moxley moves out of the way with that sweep by Samoa Joe. Jumping neckbreaker. Joe creating some separation out of the ring very quickly.
Mox pointing his finger like a gun at Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe telling him to bring it. And that is exactly what Mox looks to do. Joe gets the advantage and wipes out Moxley with that lariat. That brutal flurry of strikes on the outside leaves Mox laying.
Joe displaying great hand speed.
Hanging
As
off Moxley on the barrier. He delivers the boot to the side of the head to remove him from the barricade. And Moxley once again into the ring steps.
Referee up to a count of 9. Now, Jay, can you just clarify the rules and the count out in this Falls Count Anywhere match? Or, excuse me, in this 2 out of 3 Falls match?
It's my understanding that if that referee hits 20, we will have a new world's champion. But Moxley able to break it. Samoa Joe follows through with the boot to the face.
Extending that foot almost through the head of Jon Moxley. Has Moxley in the corner now. Right where he wants him.
Will he hit the muscle buster once again?
Certainly looks like he's setting up for it. Hits the chop, lights up the chest of Moxley. Moxley is reeling. Joe follows him up this time.
Double underhook on the top rope, and look out now!
Oh, both men come crashing down, but look at Moxley! Straight to his feet!
Moxley up before Samoa Joe and now delivers the kicks to the exposed chest of Joe.
And this match is everything we hoped it would be.
Now Jon Moxley drops Joe to his knees. Delivers a big right hand. Samoa Joe rolling to the safety of the outside. Moxley not allowing him room to breathe, following him out.
Nowhere is safe, Jade. Nowhere at all.
And this truly is anyone's match. The slightest mistake from either competitor, and we will have a new world's champion. Thus far, both men able to look out now.
Samoa Joe sends Moxley like a dart into that steel ring post, and I think the ring moved a couple of inches, Jay.
Launching him head first. The violence of Samoa Joe. Joe realizes that Jon Moxley is not your garden variety wrestler. It will take everything. And there it is! That vicious powerbomb across the steel barrier.
That was hard to watch, Jay.
Jon Moxley may need medical
brutal
attention here.
Never mind a wrestling contest. Jon Moxley's career could be in danger. Samoa Joe now following up. And Moxley somehow getting back in this.
So resilient.
Jon Moxley realizes that this is out of nowhere.
Back to his feet, out of nowhere.
Realizes this is the most important match of his entire career.
Lefts and rights.
And the discus clothesline. Joe back to his feet.
Lefts and rights from Joe now beats Moxley back to the corner. Moxley fighting back. This is exceptional from both men.
Both men kicking it up a notch. This one has already been going just under 20 minutes. Jon Moxley now getting caught.
I know whether you're an LAW fan or a Revolt Pro Wrestling fan, whoever wins here tonight certainly deserves to.
Both men with phenomenal efforts. Leaving it all in the ring here tonight. Samoa Joe with the chop.
Chopping down on the trapezius muscles of Jon Moxley. Takes him over with that hip toss. Moxley right hand and then a lariat.
The back and forth in this match has been incredible. Samoa Joe now, this could be it. Somehow, some way, able to roll that shoulder out right at the last second. Oh! Sweeps the legs.
Through the muscles and the lactic acid builds. These men are going to find it more and more difficult to keep up this intensity and this pace, and one mistake could end it. Joe taking Moxley in the hard way.
Moxley back to his feet yet again. The resilience that Jon Moxley has shown here tonight has been nothing short of incredible. Oh! Joe looking to use the ring apron. Moxley able to get the better of it. Mox went for the float over. Joe able to get the better of it.
Joe lifting him up into that powerbomb position. We saw him hit him on the barricade earlier, and now this time makes him eat the ring apron. Holds on, swings him around, drives him into the side of the ring. The ring now back in position after being moved out of it earlier. Joe flying again.
Suicide dive, ending it with a forearm smash to the face of Moxley. Samoa Joe could be looking for it. Will he put Mox to sleep? But no.
Definitely smelling blood in the water. But Moxley with the flurry, ground and pound left and right, hammering the face of Samoa Joe.
Joe waiting for Mox on the outside, catches him with the headbutt. These two men have shown here tonight why they are in this contest. Why they stand at the very forefront of the professional wrestling industry in 2020. Oh, massive slap to the face. Spinning back fist follows it up.
Moxley rolls away, drop toe hold. Finals carry takeover by Samoa Joe.
Neither man able to get that all-important momentum on their side here, but look out! Driving Jon Moxley backwards across the head and shoulders. Now Joe, rolling knee bar.
Brilliant technique by Samoa Joe. Releases the hold, brings Moxley back to his feet.
There we see it again.
That time the kick targeting the lower lumbar region of Jon Moxley's back.
And that may have driven all of the air out of the lungs of Jon Moxley. And that surely matters because there it is. Perfect hand placement. Drops the legs. Kakina clutch locked in.
Is Moxley going to sleep?
And
yes, he is.
Had nothing left in the tank.
Joe claims the 10 pounds of gold, and we present to you your new NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe has done it. He has climbed the mountain and stayed true to his word. And tonight Samoa Joe has finally, for the first time in his career, attained the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for Thank you for spending your Independence Day with us. For my broadcast colleague Dan Muldoon, I have been James Lewis. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us.